Here's a little story about a man with a shed. He was really bored, so this is what he said. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna get on the radio. So now in his shed, he does a funny show. Broadcasting, that is. Radio Gold. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, how you been? Welcome to the Shed Show. I am your DJ, Uncle Bobby. We are not in the shed today because it's colder than a witch's titty, whatever that means. Right, Joe?
Bobby's a pussy.
I am a pussy, man. I'm telling you. I'm fucking freezing. I'm not from Canada. I don't friggin' go out in snow blizzards and wrestle moose.
Meese, Bobby. Wrestle meese.
Meese?
Meese at a time.
Stop it. That's not true.
Yes, it is. So when you're talking about more than one moose, you call them meese.
I feel like I feel like you're trying to lead me into something and make me believe it when it's really obviously not true. But it makes sense. When you say mouse, you say meese. But I've never heard people say that's what I'm saying. You can't say meese for moose because you say meese for mice. Oh no, mice. You say mice.
So Bobby. What do you say for one goose? You say goose.
Geese.
What do you say for more than one goose? You say
Geese.
geese.
I understand. It makes sense, but I don't.
One moose, two meese.
I've never heard of that, though. I never heard of anybody say meese. Oh, look at them meese, eh? Just saying. I feel like you're trying to trick me.
Stupid heads.
The meese where you live?
There's not a lot of meese where I live, no.
Oh, there you go. So where would you ever see more than one moose?
I don't think I've ever seen a moose other than TV. So,
There you go.
never even seen them in the zoo. They're like, fuck that, I ain't going to no zoo.
Why would I lie to you about this?
I don't know, to make me look dumb. Not that you need the help with that, but whatever.
That hurts.
That hurts.
That stung. Wow.
You know what? In the modern age, why don't I just Google it, and we'll see. Since you're going on and on about it, making me trying to make me feel bad about it. Let's see. Meese. It just doesn't sound right. Amazon.com. They're going to try to sell me something.
They're gonna try to sell you some meese.
Yeah, they're trying to sell me meese. I don't see no pictures of mooses. I tell you that right now.
How did you spell it?
Meese.
No. It's M.
M. That's what I said. M. Not niece, like my niece. Besides, I know how to spell niece, that kind of niece. Niece and then niece, like an aunt's, like, aunt has a niece. Niece, I think. How do you spell that? Oh my God, we got on Christmas Eve, or New Year's Day. We went over to my buddy's house, Big Mike's. They used to do the shows with me. So those of you who are big fans of Uncle Bobby, which there's a few, Joe, believe it or not. Oh my God, Max! Get out!
Kick it, Bobby, kick it.
I'm doing a show. You can't come in and out. I'm gonna get him a doggy door. God damn it. What was I saying? So.
What do you just open the door and let him go now?
No. I'm in the bedroom.
Oh, okay.
And he's scratching at the fucking bedroom door.
He wants to see you.
Hold on. Plural. Fucking trying to spell that's a goddamn chore. I spelled it wrong. Plural moose. Moose, plural. Wow.com. Multiple moose at Target.com. What the fuck is going on, Joe? Definition, dictionary, boss.com. Here we go. That might help. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why can't I just... What is going on? Anyway, so what the hell were we talking about at New Year's Day? New Year's Day, we're sitting there, and we were arguing about a spelling. And I'm trying to figure out what the hell it was. And it really does make sense. Like, it was making me angry. And there's this friend of my sister's, Rihanna. She actually, I have the clip I'm going to play later.
Is she black?
No, but she dates black people.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh, because her name's Rihanna?
Not that I have a problem with that.
Was it? When the dad agreed with that name, I'm sorry to say, but when the dad agreed to that name, or the mom, whatever, I hope they're not upset that she's dating black guys with a name of like Rihanna. I mean, that's just asking for it.
It's like when you hear the name Tyrone, you think,
You ought to, right? I've never met, not once have I met a white Tyrone. Not one time.
I have.
Have you really?
It's like if you hear the name Jason, I guess, like I never instantly picture a black person.
No, I instantly picture a white guy, but I have met black Jasons though.
Like Pedro, you picture like an Hispanic.
I've never seen a black or a white Pedro. No. You know. Yeah, certain names go with certain races for the most part. If anybody has a problem with us saying that, well, then start naming your kids Mexican names or black names if you're white, or vice versa. If you're, just start switching it up. Get a little creative, and people like us won't say that because we're just stating the obvious. It's obvious. But I wish I remembered the damn...
Like it's being racist to state what fucking is fucking,
Well, it is, because if you think about it, what people get mad about saying racist things, like they say that's racist. Like if you say, I mean, yeah, all right, not all black people are good at sports, but more black people than white people are better than sports. Like, and if you go by statistics, they're more physically inadequate than us. Same with the downstairs thing. I mean, I've seen on actually never a porn, but
I've explained this about why Africans and people from southern climates have genetically bigger penises than people from northern Europe. It's because in northern Europe we were in the snow, and you can't have a 13-inch dick if you're walking in the snow up to your fucking knees everywhere.
Right, it's just dragging in the snow and shit, and But then explain Mexico's problem, because the word on the street is they have small penises and it's hot there.
Well, Mexicans are from the Spanish Mexicans are from Europe.
Europe. Ah, I see. Uh-huh.
And that's why, I'm not even going to try to attempt to...
Spain. No, I get it. Spain. That's in Europe.
That's why, when you look at Mexicans, you see some of them that are really dark, and the other ones are really fair skinned.
Yeah.
Like the Spanish ones are fair skinned, and then the darker ones are like the Native Mexicans, that would be like your Native Americans. You know what I mean? And then that's they all fight. Like the fucking natives are the ones that fucking kill everybody. They're the ones that run all the cartels and stuff. The Spanish are the ones that are in power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to dirt, I'm not saying that in a negative way, because I certainly don't know the politics. But, I don't even know how we get on that.
I don't know. We veered off. I was trying to figure out.
I love getting wake and baked in the morning and then doing these shows with you.
Me too. I'm trying to think of what the hell we were talking about with the goddamn what it was. It was a
Trying to find the plural for moose, which is niece.
No, but I'm saying it was a at the New Year's party we were arguing. You know how I get fired up about spelling?
Oh yeah.
And there was this. It's a simple word, and what was it? Toe. Why is toe spelled that way? it should be it shouldn't be that.
Okay, so what? You're a big toe or toe truck?
Was it toe or was it no, it wasn't. Was it toe? Yeah. No, not TOW, TOE.
Okay, so
Well, it started with that, but I'm trying to think of what I was freaking out about. I don't know if it was exactly to TOE I was mad about, but like like tomato. Why? Yeah, that's what it was. Why is tomato? That's because I spelled potato. Somebody spelled potato wrong, and I'm like, you know what? That's how I would spell it with an e at the end. Potato. Because how do you? That's how I got it. Because toe, TOE. If you take the e out, then it's potato. Tomato, right? It is. It is.
okay, whoa, fucking whoa. Okay, let's back up this phonics lesson. And stairs. I want you to say potato really slow.
It's potato. How they spell? How do you spell potato?
Wait. I want you to say it slow. It's potato.
Toe. Right.
Oh, ends in an O.
And ends in an O, but the O don't make that sound without the fucking E.
Why doesn't it?
But then why is toe TOE?
Where the
And then every other two is got.
Where's the E at in Ohio?
That's another fucked up word. That's another. It's all that O when you put an O there. Why is two TO? And then TOO is two. Why are all these twos?
I'm gonna explain it to you because the reason for the two spellings of toe is because of two. If you spell toe like T-O, it would be two.
I'm not arguing that, but I'm just saying if you're gonna make toe TOE, then you should make all the other words with O at the end that you want to make that sound. You should make it with an E. You can't change the whole fucking language just because of one fucking word.
It's because of the phonics in front of it. It's because of the consonants and the vowels that are before it in the word that pronounce it that way.
I hate the English. I hate the English language.
Well, the English language is the hardest one to fucking. It's the hardest language there is.
Cause we're a bunch of inbred mutts.
I read something a couple weeks ago where it was pretty funny. It said he had anyway, it had the word head in it like 5 times in a row, and the sentence made perfectly good sense. And the word had a different meaning every time. It was, you know what I mean? It
Yeah,
was-
we're. The problem is we're inbred mutts and we speak gibberish. Gibberish, man.
English language is a complicated language, and pronunciation and spelling and stuff is all important.
It's because we're a bunch of different, like it's a melting pot. So we get all these words from other countries and blah blah blah, and then we throw our own spin on it, and it just gets fucked up. And because the honest truth is, I don't care. Shit cracks me up. We're mutts. We're all mutts. Americans go, American pride. I'm proud to be American, and I love America too, and I'm glad I'm here. Don't get me wrong. But we should be proud to be what we are, and then what we are mutts. We're mutts, because, it cracks me up. I was watching Gangland yesterday. I love Gangland, right? And they finally did one on the fucking the goddamn skinheads, right? And these motherfuckers crack me up because they run around talking about white pride and this and that, and the one guy was like, the problem is we're eventually everybody's gonna screw everybody, and then we're gonna be there's gonna be no white anymore. It's gonna be dark, is what they're explaining, what they're trying to say. Right, it's probably gonna happen. I agree with him, but so what? It ain't gonna be dark. If we're all mixed up, it's gonna be a light. It's like a lighter color. Motherfuckers running around all day trying to get tans when you're white.
So, in 1,000 years, or 2,000 years, he wants his, future descendants to be living in a little pocket of the South with a big wall around them, while the rest of the world is like these fucking mocha-colored Asian-looking fuckers.
Yeah, he's so angry because his great or his ancestors 200 years from now are gonna be have a little moco to him. That's what he's so angry about. That's why he's out breaking teeth and killing people and burning crosses, because God forbid his ancestors, 200 years from now, a blood relative of his is gonna be got a little moco in him. What kind of fucked up world we live in?
I dated a mocha girl for a couple of years, man, and she was beautiful like him. And every white girl I've ever dated pretty well spent her whole summer trying to get that color.
Exactly. That's what I don't understand. Like, that's what I don't get.
White girl that is happy being white.
Yeah, they all want a little. Like nobody, even dudes. Like dudes usually don't care, but even dudes are like a woman likes a darker complexioned man. Like they don't want some pale skinned white geek. You know what I mean? They want this big muscly Italian guy or dark colored guy, whatever. No matter even what he is, just his pigment. They like a little tan to him. They don't want some white Casper looking freak. So what? We get a little darker. Who cares? What the fuck? Are you serious? Relax. Yeah, man. Like, we got bigger problems to worry about.
Yeah, we sure do.
Jesus Christ. And it's funny because that's the only argument that when those kind of guys, those fucking, get on there and talk, that's really the only thing that makes sense. I mean, it's probably going to happen. Like, eventually we are all going to be one color, but it just, the only thing about it is, who cares? Like, if he sat there and really thought about it, and a lot of them do, a lot of them grow out of it. They were talking about that too. Like, a lot of them are angry and teenagers, and they're they got no place to fit in, and these guys come along and make them fit in, make them feel like family and shit, make them think that they give a fuck. Huh? Right, and it's like any other gang mentality, you know what I mean? No matter what the color, it's the same concept. They just go in there and they take the ones that are feel left out or need protection, and they take advantage of that.
You know. Live in neighborhoods where there's other gangs like Mexican gangs or fucking Asian gangs or black gangs.
Right, they all do the same thing. The same concept for all them gangs.
The Army's the biggest gang in the world by that much. You don't see the Army trying to recruit fucking 40-year-old men.
Right. Anything with a recruiting system is the same, really the same way. Even in the churches now, they might not be big on they don't care if you're physically fit or anything, but they recruit. What do they go after? They go after your fears, and you know what I mean? Oh, you're going to hell,
Yeah, well, they want it when you're young too, so it's easier to get young people to believe that stuff than it is.
Right. Even the religious nuts go after, the younger people are easier to manipulate. It's just the way it is. That's why all these groups, they go after the young ones.
That's right.
So, we're on these. Me and Joe have cracked the case, right, buddy?
That's right. We don't like what we're seeing either.
Yeah, we don't like it. We're too lazy to stop it, but we don't like it. That's right.
One fucking bit.
We don't even have to do our fucking list right now, man. We're friggin' done already. 20 minutes in.
Greatest show on Spreaker. Hands down.
Hands down. I was going to talk about everything you know about dying is wrong, Joe.
One thing I know about it is going to happen, and I can't stop it. And it's probably going to happen way before I want it to.
It's brought to you by the HuffingtonPost.com, unofficially. And
And I really care.
it says, this, I think, I know where they're going with this, and I've heard this before. It said, your body can embarrass you even after you're dead, which everybody knows you shit yourself when you die, right?
That'd be awesome.
That's what I heard anyway. Actually, I don't know if they're talking about that or not. Saying, I don't know what. You've probably heard that hair and nails continue to grow after death. This may sound gross, but not only is that not exactly true, but there are far more embarrassing things that happen. First off, although hair and nails may appear to grow, what is really happening is the skin is losing moisture, and therefore shivering back and exposing more hair and more nails. Ew.
Yeah, I do that.
Yeah, so I mean, you're decomposing and shit. Not, everybody knows that shit's gross. Like, I don't need a fucking list to tell us that.
I hate to say it, but you pick an apple off a tree. You know what I mean? And you set it in the sun. What happens to it?
This is an interesting one. There's a scientific explanation for why your life flashes before your eyes, Joe.
What's that?
I don't know. Let's see. It says it is now believed that instead of the brain becoming more inactive during the final moments of life, brain activity actually surges, causing a hyper-aware mental state. This heightened state of consciousness can cause unexpected things to happen, whether that be light flashing before your eyes or a light at the end of the tunnel, Joe. Interesting. So is that God, or is there a scientific explanation for it?
I think it's just your brain doing whatever, man. It's just your brain shutting down.
Why do scientists always want to bring us down, though? Like, can't we just believe in God and Santa Claus without them going around and saying, that's scientifically impossible?
Well, the problem I think with that is that they pretty well were doing that, but they were letting religion was letting scientists learn. Because now religion wants to start teaching fucking religion in classrooms and bullshit like fucking Earth is only 6,000 years old. Shit like that.
Yeah, well, just tell them to kick rocks. Just tell them to kick rocks.
Well, that's why science is fighting back, because religion is making this stuff law, putting it in fucking textbooks and stuff. That's not the way science works. Science, nothing's absolute in science. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not like they haven't been wrong. Like, scientists are wrong all the time. They believe this, and
Science, but then that's the whole thing about science, is that they're always in the pursuit of more knowledge.
right.
So what they you know what I mean, and they're always willing to accept more information if it's fucking, if you can back your information up.
Right, that what I read was a common thing you hear in the beginning where I read, it is now believed. You hear that a lot.
Religion works in absolutes, and they're not willing to bend.
No, they're not willing to budge. You never read you can read any Bible in any culture and it will never say it is now believed that God...
Where scientists say, well, we need to do more research there, or we don't know. Religious people say, you need to have faith.
Yeah. It's all about faith.
God works in mysterious ways, my child.
Yeah, well, that shit just don't fly with me when it comes to like telling me how to live my life. You know, you're telling me that I'm gonna go to hell because I'm having sex with my girlfriend right now. We're not married yet, and we had a baby. And you're telling me I'm gonna go to hell, and then I say, well, why? And they say because God said so. And I said, well, when did He say this, and how did He say this, and where's the proof? And they go, oh, you just have to have faith, my son. You have to have faith that you're going to hell. Yeah, but he also seems like he's got a head on his shoulders, and he doesn't let it cloud his judgment when it comes to common sense.
He explained to us that the actual teachings, what we're taught as hell doesn't really exist, and heaven doesn't really exist like we're taught. Like, according to what the original teachings were, this is what he says is, when you die, if you go to hell, then nobody remembers you. You die. That's your curse. That you're just going to this oblivion. So your memory and everything is gone from people's memories. So
also that like a lot of the religions, what they, even though people don't, they all think you die and you go straight to heaven or you go straight to hell. Really, everybody dies first. Everybody in the world ever is all dead first, and then they decide who goes to heaven, who goes to hell. When it's all over. Yeah, so people just took...
everybody else is just waiting in fucking purgatory.
Yeah, they're all waiting in line, which would explain ghosts and stuff. That actually makes more sense than anything else.
No.
Yeah, it does, because now there's a reason why there can be heaven, there can be hell, there can be a God, and there can be ghosts. Because here's the problem with the church too. They're like, oh no, no ghosts. Well, if you believe in God, why can't you believe in ghosts? It don't make no sense. You could believe in both. Like, everybody relax. Judgment Day.
I just can't believe in an all-powerful creator that's so insecure. I just can't.
Because it's not like that. I don't think it's like that at all. I don't think.
Can't wrap my head around a being that has the ability to create the whole fucking universe down to the smallest detail that we know of, and we're always finding more details we don't know of, and then he needs his fucking ego stroked with praise and worship and fucking all that stuff. That hardly seems.
Well, I just can't. I can't imagine there being a God, and the thing that churches and all that they fucking.
Can you see this? I can't design the circulatory system of this minute fucking parasitic insect, microscopic insect right now. It's Sunday. I have to relax and listen to the humans tell me they love me.
Well, what they're ignoring, what the church and stuff, the churches and everything ignore is we got to go. Actually, we only have a minute, but what they're.
Those lazy Negroes in Africa won't get up and dig some food out of that parched soil.
They ignore the fact that the past and what's happened, and all these religious people that were all into God, but yeah, it was okay to it's wrong to it's wrong to like cheat on your spouse. It's wrong to have a baby under wedlock, but it's okay to own another person.
When a woman says about gay marriage and she quotes the Bible, that same verse also says that she's property and a man can sell her and fucking backhand her for not being pure and all kinds of other shit, right?
Yeah, like the laws, just what we know, what happened in the past, throws all their arguments out of the water, and we're done. See you, Joe.
Legalize cocaine.
We're out.